to the video. I'm gonna be working on a really exciting project this week. At least I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be really cool. I thrifted this sweatshirt a while back. It's a nice sweatshirt and it's really comfy and soft, but it's gray. I'm not into gray right now. And it also has some embroidery on the sleeve from a local golf course. So I've been wanting to make a couple changes to this sweatshirt, and I was originally going to dye it and just put a patch over the embroidery on the sleeve, but the patch that I ordered was too small, and then I got a better idea anyways, because I saw a post on Instagram from Red Hat Creative. She just makes her own patches and sews them onto her clothes. And I think it's so cute. And then I've seen a whole bunch of other people on Instagram doing it too. So I thought that I would try doing my own applique project. I've done a little bit of prep work. It is possible, turns out, for me to be prepared ahead of time for a video, so that's good to know. I dyed the sweatshirt. I hope it's picking up on camera. It's like a really pretty hunter green. Much better than the gray. And then I drew up a design on my iPad in Procreate. So this is what I'm hoping it's gonna look like, something like this in the end. I traced over a picture of a jackrabbit that I took in the last video. I talked about that. So yeah, I just traced over it, and then I outlined each part of it that's going to be an individual piece, because you have to layer fabric on top of other fabric to get this kind of multicolored effect. And then I separated out each of those outlines to make like a little template that I'm gonna use to cut out my fabric. And then for the flowers, I'm just going to freehand those. And then on the sleeve, I drew up this scorpion design. And I'm also going to just freehand that part. That's actually what I'm gonna do right now, is draw the scorpion and the flowers and then cut everything out. I measured out the area that I need to cover the size of the embroidery patch. So I'm just going to draw my design in here. I think that I will just end up making the legs with thread, just stitches, see how that works. I could just do like the tail rather than cutting each of these circles out. I could just make this one piece maybe. I could think about that, but anyway, there's the scorpion. And then I need to I'm gonna do two more boxes this size and draw the flowers inside them. And then also the flowers for the front. I want the flowers to look like something like this. All right, so this is the flower for this, one of the flowers for the sleeve, but each, like this is a layer, this will be a layer, and then this across the center will also be a layer. So I'm gonna grab some tracing paper and just trace each layer separately. Why did I not do this on my iPad? I don't know. I don't know why I didn't do it on my iPad. I guess I'm just showing both ways that it can be done. So we'll go with that. Now I'm going to use carbon paper. You don't have to have carbon paper. You can just flip the tracing paper over and draw over your lines again, and they'll transfer that way, but they'll be like reverse imaged. So you gotta keep that in mind when you're cutting stuff out. But I have this carbon paper because I used to work at a bank. I stole this from them. I took it. They weren't using it anymore because like they had advanced into the modern age of technology, but they had a whole pack of this paper. And like I said, they weren't using it. And I was like, I can use that. So I took it. I don't know why I didn't just ask. I could have asked and they would have been like, yeah, take it. Should I be announcing that on the internet? Probably not. It's been a long time. That bank doesn't even, it's not even there anymore. It doesn't exist. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so these are the pieces for the flowers that will be going on the sleeves, on the sleeve. I'm just going to repeat this process for the flowers that go on the front and also for the scorpion, and I will meet you back here when I'm done. Another reason that I'm doing this by hand and not on the iPad is because this is like 100 times more enjoyable of a process. I like doing things analog as much as possible. I didn't do that with the rabbit because I wanted that to be, I don't know, more precise, I guess. But this stuff is pretty simple. Okay, I've got all my pieces traced out. Don't know if you could see those. I'm ready to cut. I'm going to cut all of these shapes out, and then those will be my templates for cutting my fabric. And I'll show you the fabric that I'm using when I'm done cutting this out. So I'm gonna start with the rabbit. I saw one of these jackrabbits in the yard yesterday morning. I've never seen one in our yard. Actually, the last couple years that we've lived out here, I've only seen like, it was kind of rare to see one. But this summer, they're like everywhere. They are kind of, I think they're multiplying for sure. Also in our yard, the last couple mornings, I noticed that there was this like little fat, fluffy hawk looking bird. And I thought it was some kind of hawk, but I looked it up and it is an American kestrel, but there's 3 of them that keep visiting our yard. And I think they might be pretty young little, like, I don't know if they're babies or not, because they're a pretty small bird in general, but they look like maybe they're younger. They're so cute. And the flickers are still around. There's like 4 or 5 of them that I see on a regular basis out there. So it's just like a little wildlife habitat we're creating over here. Pretty cool. I'm so excited about this. This might be the coolest thing that I've ever made, if it turns out. I got all of the template pieces cut out and organized. The next thing that needs to happen is I trace them onto the fabric. I had a couple bags of clothes ready to donate, and I knew that there were some colorful things in there. So I dug through those and I found some t-shirts and stuff. I really liked all these colors that I was able to find just in my donate bags. And then I ran to Goodwill and I found a couple more t-shirts to just fill in the gaps. So I've got a brown one, a green, and another like more subdued lighter orange, because I've got this like more melony brighter orange, and then this is like a really soft pink, almost beige, a mustard yellow, and then a hot pink. And then on the green, the forest green, I think this is just going to be like really pretty color combination. So I got to figure out what colors I want each piece to be, and then trace and cut these out. And this will probably be the last thing I do today on this project. We'll see. So I'm pretty sure I want to use this brown. This is what I got for the rabbit. like the main part of the body is gonna be this brown. Is that gonna be contrasty enough? I think that'll work. And then I was thinking I would use this kind of pink, this light pink, for the inner ear, and then just like the little accent parts on the face. I think that'll be good. Then the green is obviously for the flower stems. Set that aside for now. Okay, then I'm not sure if I'm gonna need this. Okay, so these three are going to be for the flowers. And then the scorpion, maybe this will be the scorpion. We'll get to, I'll see, I'll figure that part out. It'll either be this brown or this orange. This is covered in dog hair. Okay, where it's kind of hard to see. I was gonna go ahead and just cut everything out and then do this next step, but I think as I go, it'll just be easier to keep track of the pieces if I attach them to the inner facing. So this is, it's a double-sided iron-on adhesive interfacing. So it has a smooth paper side, and it has a rough gluey side. I'm going to take it over there to my iron, and you iron your fabric onto this. So you glue it onto the back, iron it onto the back, and then it also, you peel the paper off and you can iron it onto your whatever you're putting it on. So I'm going to put on the sweatshirt, and then it will stick to the sweatshirt. I'm going to also add stitching. I'm not sure if that's necessary. I don't know if it will stay well enough if you don't also stitch it, but I think it looks really cool when you do the stitching around the edges. So I'm going to do that anyways. It says to do it for 2 seconds is all. Oops. Oh, it's stuck to my towel. Oh. Oh. Well, it is not one of my videos until I mess something up. So it's stuck to my towel, which makes sense. I need a barrier in between the towel. I'm gonna have to consult the internet on that one. For this little batch, I can just peel it off, but on the next round, I need to figure out how to keep that from happening. It does say on the package, don't iron it directly to your ironing board, but it doesn't offer any suggestions.
Just like this. Do not get it outside of your fabric, because if you iron it down, whatever you're ironing on, it's going to stick to it. So if you're using your ironing board and you've got it laid.
This gal just cut her shapes out of this stuff before she tried to iron it, because she's like, it's going to get stuck to your ironing board. Yeah. Oh my gosh, watching this back while I'm editing this video, I was so confused about how to use this product. Okay, so the reel that I watched on Instagram from the Red Hat Creative gal, I had in mind what she did for her project, but she was using a different brand of this adhesive stuff, and so I just think that it works a different way. If I had looked at the pictures on this package and actually watched and paid attention to the video that I'm talking about here, this YouTube tutorial, I would have understood better. But I was just thinking about what that Red Hat Creative had done, and I was trying to do it the way that she did it, but she was using something different. Anyways, that's why I was so confused. Hello? Why didn't you tell me I was using my fabric scissors to cut stuff that wasn't fabric? I got too many pairs of scissors laying around here, and I accidentally cut some of the gluey stuff with these ones, but I think it's okay. This is a slightly more annoying way to do this, I feel, but I think it's gonna work. So that's all that matters. We will get there eventually. Correct. That is correct. And actually, maybe it's not even that much more annoying. Maybe it's easier, actually. Either way, you have to cut it out again. So, whatever. We're doing it. Okay, I got a lot more cutting. I got a lot more cutting that I need to do. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll just like update you as I go periodically. Okay? Okay. So cute. These are so cute. I might end up cutting this one so that it looks like this one. I like this one, but I want some variety. So, but I think that one might look cute if it was cut like this one. So maybe, we'll see. I need to take a break. What is this hair doing? I probably need to just be done with this for the day. My brain is a little crispified. I got a pretty good start. I got most everything cut out except for the stuff that goes on the sleeve. So the two other flowers and the little scorpion, which I will do tomorrow. I don't think anything exciting is happening this evening. I'm probably just going to honestly go lay down and stare at my phone for a few hours and eat dinner. So I will see you tomorrow. I got up early this morning and I finished cutting out the rest of the fabric pieces. So now we can start getting into the fun part of the project, which is ironing the design onto the sweatshirt. So we can kind of start to see how it's all going to come together, and I'm really excited. So let's get to it. I designed it so that it would hang off the edge of the sweatshirt a little bit here, so I need to trim that. I was trying to leave part of this unstuck so I could layer this piece underneath here, but I kind of got that bottom side in there and I didn't mean to. There, cool. I also need to make some flower stems, but I just wanted to get these on first so I could know where they were going to go. So cute. It's looking so cute so far. I accidentally had these two little strips switched, but I was able to peel it off and re-stick it, so that's good to know. You haven't seen this part yet. I went ahead and added some stems, and should I do a couple little leaves as well? I probably should, shouldn't I? On this one, I ironed the paper adhesive sheet onto a piece of fabric, and then I'm just drawing on this and cutting it out rather than cutting out the fabric, cutting out the paper, and then ironing them together. Just a little bit easier this way. I don't remember the last thing we talked about, but I'm really loving how this is looking so far. And the next thing that I need to start working on, it's probably gonna take me a while, is the stitching. I'm gonna do it by hand. I've seen a lot of people do this with the sewing machine, but I am putting this onto a pocket. Like, this front part of the sweatshirt is a big pocket. And so, yeah, so I can't really do it on the sewing machine unless I were to take the pocket off. But also it's like overlaps the pocket. Like, I don't know. That just seemed too complicated. I didn't want to mess with taking this pocket off and sewing it back on. So plus I would just like to learn how to do some hand sewing, some different stitches and stuff. So, like, I can just sit on the couch and do it, I think, and it'll be fun. I just think it'll be fun to do it by hand. Anyway, so I got 2 different colors of thread, and I was trying to decide between these which color I want to use, but I think I really want to use the purple. I think that'll be pretty. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna just jump right in and get started on that. My plan is to do a blanket stitch on the bigger pieces and then probably just a straight stitch on the smaller ones. And maybe I'll just sit here, actually, to start out with. I'm just gonna sit right here.
Start from the back side. And then come up through. And go under your first loop to anchor your stitch. And go over your thread.
Wait, what?
And go over your thread.
Go over? Go, I think I went, hold on, let's see. No. What?
Front to back.
Why is her thread up there?
Up and over.
No, that's wrong. What's happening?
It is a good.
I practiced this the other day on a scrap piece of fabric, but I can't remember how to do it, so I'm trying to watch a video on how to do it, but I'm confused. Oh, okay.
Back.
I think I get it. I think I get it now.
Front.
There. Okay. Oh, but you gotta have your thread up here. I think that's what I was messing up. There. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's gonna be so cute. Okay, and then I just do that a million times. I love the way this looks. And like, I'm obviously not gonna, this is the first time that I'm doing this. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be even, but I kind of like the way that looks, where it's like really just a little bit wonky anyway. So, oops, I just gotta remember to have the thread up here at the top. Oh, so now I'm into the pocket. Okay, yeah, I'm sewing the pocket shut now. So I gotta keep that in mind. So now I gotta put my hand in the pocket now. The whole pocket situation is probably going to make it a little bit more difficult, but I think it's gonna be okay. I should turn on like some YouTube or a movie or a podcast or something. Ouch. Poked myself. Okay, well this is probably boring to watch, so I'm just gonna go for it, and I'll check in with you in a little while. Okay. Okay, I've been at this for like, I don't know, almost 2 hours probably, hour and a half. It's going well so far. This is like such an easy thing to get into a flow state with, and just like, it's like a really repetitive, rhythmic, relaxing, all those good R words. So cute. God, this is so cute. I really hope that it holds up okay. Like when I wash it and everything, I'm a little worried about that. I want it to hold up because I love it. That one got a little wonky, but I'm gonna take a little break. I keep forgetting that I have a video that I need to edit, and I don't think I've even like taken the footage for it off of my camera, so I should probably go work on that for a little bit. Yeah, I should probably go work on that for a little bit. So I'll see you later. Journey and I have been ladies of leisure this morning. Normally on this day we go for a long walk in the morning, but I don't know, she seems like she's really tired and I feel tired, and we skipped our walk this morning and opted for a little extra rest. I'm just having some breakfast, and then I think I might bring my project out here to work on for a little bit because it's so nice this morning. It's a little bit hazy in the distance, but it doesn't smell smoky or anything. It's nice and cool. So I think I'm gonna sit out here and do some more stitching once I finish this. Okay, I'll show you what I've gotten done so far. I worked on this a little bit more last night and early this morning. I almost have the whole outline of the rabbit done. I just have this part of its head left, and then I'll do the inside parts. I think it's looking pretty good so far. I have poked my fingers so many times with the needle. And then like, I don't think I'll need these right now, but like I was using a plier this morning because on like the nose, there's 3 layers of fabric that I have to, 4 layers when you count the sweatshirt, and like, oh no, did I? Yep. Sewed the pocket shut. I sewed the pocket shut on that last run this morning. Shoot. No wonder it was so hard. I might have to redo that little section, but I'm just gonna keep going for now. Did it. This is actually going a lot quicker than I thought it would. I'm kind of regretting this fabric. I like the color, but it's like, it's already starting to fray. And then also like, I hope that doesn't stain. That's like the glue from the adhesive paper. And like, I don't know, it just seems like it's getting dirty really easily. It's been a couple days since I updated you on this project, so show you where I'm at now. I actually don't remember how much I had done the last time I talked to you, but I finished the whole rabbit. and I started in on the flowers. I think the flowers are looking so cute. I'm almost done with this pink one. I think I'm gonna run out of thread. I don't think I got enough thread. This is all I have left, and pretty sure this is not gonna be enough. So I'll see how much I can get done with this today, and then we'll have to run out to the store again this weekend probably to get more thread so I can finish it. But I'm cruising. I'm just cruising right through this. As you can see, I'm on the couch. It is a good couch craft. So that's a bonus. I always like when a project can be done while I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. Speaking of, we started watching Widow's Bay on Apple TV. I don't always have Apple TV, but every once in a while I will subscribe to it to watch a show. And there's so many shows on there right now that I want to watch. So we started with Widow's Bay, and it's so good. I love it. It's so good. It's a horror. I guess it's like a horror comedy, they call it, but the comedy is very subtle and like really organic rather than like, you know, the goofy slapstick type comedy that you would normally think of with a comedy horror combination. I don't know, the storyline is just really interesting, and it's not scary. Like, it's kind of creepy, but it's more like suspenseful, mysterious. It's just about life on this island that's like kind of haunted, has a mysterious like haunted past, and I don't know, I really like it. It has been a little bit tricky to work down here on this area because I sewed it shut for one thing, but then also like it is sewn shut. Like, this is the hole you put your hand in, but the pocket goes all the way down here, and like this is a seam, and so I kind of like have to, it's a little bit tricky to maneuver, like to get everything into a comfortable working position. But I'm making it work, and I just think it's coming together so well. I love it. So I'm gonna keep working on it. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for the reveal? I did end up having to go out and get some more thread, and then I just finished this up over the weekend, but it's done. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how it looks, and we'll talk about a few things. Isn't it so cute? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Like, I really do. It's just so fun and whimsical and unique. And I love the colors, all the colors together. And then the stitching is so fun. I'm pretty proud of how this has turned out. The one thing that I'm a little like about is the sleeve. The way that the scorpion came out, the stitching, I wasn't sure if the blanket stitch would work because these pieces are so small, and there's like a lot of like humps like in the tail. So I didn't know if that would work, but whatever this stitch is that I ended up doing is really intense, and it looks really messy. It looks messy in a bad way, like unintentionally messy. I like a little bit of a messy look, but like one that's a little bit more intentional looking. This one just looked like I didn't know what I was doing, which I didn't. I was just trying stuff. But I don't know, I still think it's really cute though. I can probably take the scorpion off and like redo that part too if I want to. Anyway, super happy with how this came out. It just feels so special. Like, I designed the whole thing. Can't buy it in any store. Can't replicate it exactly the same way. And I think that it was easy enough for a beginner to do. Like, I learned this blanket stitch pretty quickly. That Red Hat creative gal, she does sell kits. You know, if you're not super confident in your ability to make your own design and you just wanted to practice sewing it on to something, that would be a good place to start. But you should try this. I think you should try this. But they're like, you could do so many different things. You could do a tote bag, you could do pants or a jacket. I'm thinking about maybe doing some little like wall art would be fun. 1,000,000 out of 10 project rating. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time, but thank you so much for spending it with me. This was a very like locked in, straight up project vlog. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. And I hope that you feel inspired to make something, because it's just like, man, it's the best. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.